Hey, welcome to your Leo horoscopes for the week of the 11th through the 17th of February. Focus is moving into focus on the mind this week, and we have the dark moon back in Leo as well, calling for change in how you mentally process things and how you use those ideas that come up, whether you do use those ideas that come up. And a little bit of focus continues to be on the home as well, but we're really not going to focus on that today because really focus on the mind and how the mind works is so incredibly important. I tell you, our own brains are literally our worst enemy. They can be our best friend, but most of the time they're our worst enemy. We start thinking about things, we start worrying about things. Pretty soon, we've built up this whole horrendous, horrible story that just literally paralyzes you into not being able to do anything. And it is terrible. It's what's funny is that, well, funny, ironic, not funny, haha, necessarily. But if you look at all of the beings on the planet, all the animals, all the fish, every single living, breathing being on the planet, we humans were given this brain. This brain is so different from any other brain out there on the planet. And we misuse this tool every day, literally every day, as we start to overthink things. And those overthinking things start to freak us out. And then we get freaked out. And then we make poor decisions because we're freaked out. And it just rolls downhill because of that. So many arguments could be avoided by staying out of here. So many bad decisions could be avoided by staying out of here. And it's not that the brain automatically goes to these bad places. I mean, yes, it does to a certain extent. But let's say, for example, and this is one thing that I found for myself a lot, is that if I am, let's say I'm faced with a challenge, this bill is overdue, they're going to shut our service off any minute. My first thought is, what am I going to do about it? Every other thought afterwards is just me getting carried away into some crazy place where the whole world is just going to fall apart, right? But in that interim, in all the time that it's taking my brain to do that, which could be 5 minutes, could be 2 hours, I'm not fixing the problem. I'm just leaving the problem there, and eventually it's going to be a bigger problem when my service gets shut off, right? And that's what really we're trying to avoid. Why we do this? I don't know. It's just something that we humans do to get in our own way. And it's annoying and it doesn't need to happen, but we do it anyways because, I don't know. We like to party. Who knows? Who knows why we do it? The bottom line here is that just because your brain does that doesn't mean you have to let it do that. That's really what it comes down to. And our brains are not just there for this bad stuff either. All this bad stuff is getting in the way of ideas that could solve the problem, of different directions that you could go in. Think about it also this way. You get an opportunity for a job and everything seems to be great, and your brain goes, okay, but can I leave my other job? What is going to happen when I leave my other job? Can I do the hours? Can I do this? Can I do? Then we overthink it to death to the point where we freak ourselves out and we don't take the new opportunity and we completely screw ourselves in the process because it's a fantastic opportunity. I think the bottom line here is that the brain is our most valuable tool. Our brain is different than any other species on Earth. We have freedom of choice. We have logic. We are able to analyze situations. And yet we are using all of these fantastic traits in the absolute wrongest way you can possibly use them. So this week is all about changing that. And that's what the dark moon's influence is all about. She's not just about evolution. She's like, change it right now. Change this, change that, change this, change that. She wants it changed right now. Let's do this. Don't beat around the bush. Don't wait. Let's just stop right there. Then it's really difficult. I have a Leo client right now that's in a very difficult position with family and, health issues. And it's hard not to worry about what the outcome is. I completely and totally agree with that 100%. But it's not doing any good. It's not going to fix the problem. It's not going to make anybody better. If anything, the only thing that it's going to do is make you crazy. And when it makes you crazy, you don't approach the situation as level-headed as you probably should. And mistakes can happen. It happens all the time. Think about Go back into the past and think about a time where you approached a situation without overthinking it. You just were led to it and you did it. And then think about a situation that you overthought. Did they turn out the same way? Chances are probably not, honestly. Chances are probably not. Um, and a lot of, I think, why our brains do that is a self-protection thing. And everybody's level of overthinking overthinking is a trauma response for sure. But everybody's level of overthinking comes from different places depending on the individual. But especially when it's a trauma response, you also need to identify that your brain is doing this on purpose to keep you from being successful. And why? It's your brain. It should be used to benefit you, not to beat you up, not to punish you, not to get in your way. It's your tool to use wisely. So this week we have no other interference, no moon coming in this week. I think we'll probably see that next week, and I'm personally being opposite of you guys, not looking forward to that, but that's neither here nor there. We have no other influences here. We just have an open opportunity to pay attention to where our brain goes, to manage it, to go in the way that we want it to go, to stop that worrying, to stop that overthinking, to shift our focus on something that's more productive. The more you do this, the more successful you are, because you're not wasting precious, valuable time making up stories that may or may not happen, if that makes sense. So that's what I have for you guys this week. If you love your horoscopes, do consider sending a tip or donation through my coffee link, which is in the description of the video. Really appreciate that. Love all the coffees. You guys are awesome. Also, check out my website, also in the description of the video as well. You can book time there, check out the membership options, get in touch with me. My number's on the website. My email's on the website. Everything you need to get in touch with me is on the website. I'm Melissa Bruce, Heavy Metal Psychic. I will see you guys next week. And in the meantime, you guys step into the all-powerful kings and queens of the jungle that you guys are. And the first step to that is to use this the right way. I'll see you guys next week. You guys make it a powerful week.